the Akashic Records. What are they? Well, they're a bit like the celestial library of everything. Everyone, everything, every animal's past, present, and future is stored there. And we'll speak to Melissa, who will be able to tell us more. And welcome back to the Brac Shop. And this is the portal to the paranormal, the spiritual, or the unexplained. And I'm Tom from the shop. And we're going to talk to Melissa Amos about the Akashic Records. Now, these are you could say, the celestial library that contains the records of everything. Every body, every animal, every living thing is recorded in these records. And they are accessible by particular people. And, well, we've got Melissa to tell us more about it. Now, don't forget, if you like this episode, please click the like button and tell your friends and share it and get their opinions on it as well. Ask them about it. And if it's your first time, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you're a regular and haven't subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell and the icons as well, so you won't miss out on our videos. And don't forget, if you like this video, you can buy me a drink, and there's a link below where you can shout out a drink. It'll help the channel and help me as well. And have a look while you're down there. Have a look at our other links, because we're also affiliated with UK's #1 spiritual shop. Quite reasonably priced as well, and they do have reasonable worldwide shipping. And as I said, have a look around at the other links down there as well. So let's speak to Melissa, who will tell us about the Akashic Records. So we've got Melissa Amos with us, and she's an empowerer, to put it in simple words, in one word. And I'll let her tell you what she actually does. But she's a soul coach, she's a spiritual teacher, Akashic reader, a holy Reiki teacher. She's an intuitive, soul transformation therapist, and a soul plan reader and mentor. So, Melissa, thank you for coming and chatting with us. So tell us, what would you like to tell us what you do? Actually, that would be the easiest. Get it in a nutshell, because that's quite a mouthful.
There's a lot of words in there, isn't there? But yeah, I like how you summarize that about an empowerer. And for me, I recognize that everybody has their own unique traits and their unique stories, and their unique challenges and talents and place in the world. And for me, it's about helping people recognize who and what they are, who and what they have been, and who and what they are becoming. So, using different techniques, energy healing, intuitive guidance, past life work, soul plan blueprint, I help you understand where it is that you're going, and then what we need to do to help you get there, in a nutshell.
Yes. Yes, and do go into the, how do you say it, the Akashic.
I say it Akashic.
Akashic.
Some people say Akashic, and I'm sure other people say lots of other things. But yeah, I say Akashic. That's my London accent.
Akashic. Okay, so, we'll go with that. Let's go into the Akashic Records, because someone has actually asked me about that. So that would be really interesting to know about them.
Okay. So what are they? Is a very good place to start. So the Akashic Records are this field or this library of information that holds everything that you as a soul has ever thought, said, done, been, wanted, desired. It's like a energetic recording device of everything and every thought that you've had through our lives, through our lifetimes, and even in between lives, fundamentally. So you can imagine how much information that holds, right? You think even just in the 10 minutes or so that we've been speaking, how much stuff's come up. And then, one person says something and then that brings up something else. And those who were watching, you might have had 100 thoughts since we started speaking. Every one of those are going to be held in this Akash, in this field. And you can liken it like a superhighway of information. What's magical about it, or what I find very fascinating about it, is that it's not static. It's something that's forever moving, it's energetic, and that we actually have the ability to be able to move into that space, to open that space, so to speak, and to discover and explore what's going on in there. But more than that, we can go in and discover and explore. And as we are discovering and exploring, it's not just like reading a book, which suggests this kind of static energy, like, well, that's what happened and so it is. But it can be like, well, that's what happened, so how is that affecting me now? How is that showing up? What's that energy like? Is that a heavy energy, or is that a light energy? Is that something that's big or something that's small? And we can use our energetic tools, our thoughts, our intentions, our healing, our, all of these great things that we can do to change, to activate those energies so that they are working better for us now, so that we can show up better.
Right. So it's interesting that you say they're changing as well, which I'll come to that in a moment. But so they're not like a CCTV recording where you can go back into the past and find out information of what you did before, because, or is based on a rough scale, would you say that was it? If you want to find out like what you did 10 years ago and you want to remember it, you could delve in, and also maybe further back into a past life, you'd be able to jump in and find out what you did.
Yeah, it's interesting you say it like a CCTV. When I am presented with the information, it comes like a video reel. That's where it started anyway. It's changed and progressed from there. So yes, you can go in and literally view your records, and some readers will do that. And they'll go, there we go, Tom, you were XYZ, and I can see you here, and this was your life, and these were your, challenges you faced. My experience with it is that those that read the records, like with any of this work we do it in our own way, right? And we, for me, that's all very interesting to find out that I was the, queen of whatever. And that's great. But how is that helping me now? And that's what I'm interested in. I'm like, well, how can I understand it and reveal the experience of the past to help me heal, grow, learn, activate, show up, help others, like the bigger picture. It's less about ego, which is, oh, well, I was this, and this, and look at all these amazing things I went through. Or disempowering, which is, oh, well, so one of the things I discovered in my records is that once I stole a loaf of bread and I got incarcerated, and I think this was the same life where I had my hand chopped off. But stealing a loaf of bread, right? That's pretty harsh, yeah? So I could take that. If I was, a victim, I could go, oh, well, that explains why. I better not go and show up to anything. I'm just a common thief and all of this stuff, which is one way of looking at it. Or I could sit there and go, okay, well, that was a bit harsh. that was obviously a very heavy energy. I had a lot of guilt from that. I had a lot of regret from that. A lot of fear came up, you know, around that life. And actually, how is that showing up for me now? And what can I do to forgive that part of me, to forgive the people that did that to me, to stop that bound that was like, oh, well, I better never put myself out there again. You know, I'm not worthy enough to feed myself, or I'm not worthy enough to have something because I am just a thief. Yeah. How can I heal that so that now I'm like, okay, well, I'm safe in this life and I can do these things. Not steal bread, but I can, you know, accumulate things, or you know, trust myself to make the right decisions.
So you can heal and forgive yourself and them as well. That's a very interesting way of putting it, because I have heard and seen stories on past lives and how past lives are affecting people today, like people scared of water, and that's because they drowned in a previous life.
Well, the thing is that it's true even for your life now. You know, it's this life is arguably has more of an effect. You know, what happened to you as a child, and how often, you know, as a therapist, or is, you know, even just as a friend to somebody, they say, oh, well, the reason I behave like that is because when I was 5, you know, XYZ happened. And you know, you see that with people who have had that secure upbringing or whatever, they tend to be more secure, and that shows you how what happened in the past affects what happens in the present. And then, as we know, what happens in the present is affecting what's happening in the future, because that's about what I'm co-creating and what I'm manifesting and what I'm bringing forward to me.
Right.
So
so when you do check into someone's past lives, so to speak, are you actually getting into the Akashic Records, and that's what you're seeing more than seeing into that person?
Yeah, so for me there's 2 ways I work with past lives. One is through the Akashic Records, and one is through I guess it's a kind of mediumship doorway, where I'll connect to a soul companion, somebody that's been, you know, who you have lived a life before with, and then they will take me into a life, and they both hold a different energy. I'm not quite sure how I'll articulate it, but there are different ways of going in. But here's the difference with the Akashic Records: is they are this energetic space, maybe this energetic retreat or spiritual retreat space, and they are held by other light beings. So your records will be held by your guides and teachers, maybe some loved ones, but also on a broader sense, what are referred to as the lords and masters of the records. So they're kind of like the I don't know, like the managers, if you like, or the CEOs, who go, okay, I'm overseeing all of this. They're not manipulating or changing it, but they're overseeing everything. So you could say that the records are kind of in layers, that you can go into yours. I can't just jump into your records without your permission, because they are held, they're like guarded by your guides.
Okay.
Why is this? Because when you go into that space, you have an influence. Intention is very strong in that space. So I can't go in there and I can't think, oh, well, I'm going to go into, you know, famous person's records and just delve in and find out, because I don't have permission to go in there. Likewise, I can't go into my records and go, well, I want to win the lottery because I want to buy the Ferrari and I want to take over the world, with evil intent, right? Because whilst my teachers, maybe they'd let me go in, I don't know, but the hierarchy, the masters, the teachers who are overseeing the whole thing, the whole planet, for the whole of humanity, will be like, nope, she's not doing that for good, right? If I'm going in because I want to heal, Maybe I want to get some money, but maybe my money is to open a retreat center. Maybe my money is to do this course so that I can then help other people. Then maybe I'll get some help in there to go, there we go, Melissa, you can, this is what's, you know, when you got incarcerated for stealing that piece of bread, let's heal that. And that will open up that channel for more abundance to come to you.
So and you do healings, and you delve into the Akashic Records, and are you a psychic as well, or?
Yeah, so well, it depends how you define a psychic. Like I said about when we're tapping into somebody's future potential, that's what we're tapping into. For me, yeah, I can read energy. I read energy, but when I'm working with someone, I'm more about, well, here's where we are. What do you need to know to get to where you want to be?
Okay.
Rather
so
than
if people want to consult you for a reading or a healing, they can contact you.
Yeah, you've got my website.
Yep, I have. I'll put the links below, so they'll be able to find you. I'll put your website up and your Facebook group as well. And you've also got Instagram as well, I've noticed.
I do have Instagram, which I am not that great on, but it is there. But yeah, I'm always contactable on email, via my website, or via my Facebook page. You will find me.
Okay, wonderful. Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tom.
Well, what did you think? What did you think about the Akashic Records? Is it something you're familiar with, or something that's totally new to you? Write down below and tell me what your comments are, what you think. Would you have a reading done? Well, if you do, contact Melissa. I've put the links below. And have a look at her Instagram, Facebook, her website, and have a browse and see what you think. And get in contact. Now, don't forget, if you've liked this episode, don't forget to like and share and tell your friends, and subscribe as well. And click the bell and the notification button so you'll always be notified. And if you want to buy me a drink, the link below is for that as well. You'll help the channel and help me as well. And don't forget, there's other links like to our spiritual store, the UK's #1 spiritual shop, and you get 10% off your first order. So do have a browse around there as well. Okay, so thanks for joining us again, and until next time, stay well and happy.